is I'm printing old collographs. And then I'm cannibalizing this. And so here are my cards. So
Cool.
check these out.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by cannibalizing? Does that mean you're eating it, or?
I cut them up.
Oh, that's great.
So I'll get one of the
Make
big
some-
ones so you can see.
Make some collages. That's great.
Oh, wow.
They gonna sell these in the shop?
No, I haven't marketed them. I don't market stuff. I don't know how to market stuff. But here's my collograph plate. So I just will print because, you know, I can't come up with something novel and new and all that. So, like, look at how really handsome this is. This is on a gray. But look at how handsome this is. This is sheen collé in here. This is sheen, of course, anything you see that's graphic is sheen collé.
Which means it's paper glued down on another paper.
Which there's gluing, like this ticket here.
So
and
it's like
so forth.
collage, but it's used for prints.
And then finding passages.
Yeah.
And then collaging or isolating them. So here we have this one here.
Yeah.
And so I've been printing these to go further. This one's really harsh. This is one of my first ones. This was done up in New England. Here, this is very nuanced. And see, a lot of this rubbing is Crayola.
Yeah.
I just rub it.
And do you have a block that you get that from?
I just put the paper on before I print it, on the plate, and...
Oh, it's sort of like a relief?
I do a rubbing, I do a rubbing, and then I get these marks like this, you know, and so forth. And then I go ahead and ink it and do my sheen collé, and so I have a different layer, is what I'm trying to say. Here's a really rich one right here.
I've got all sorts of goodies on there.
This one I think I came back a little bit with the brush. That's what that looks like. And here, this is a piece of mat board that's been cut into, and it gathers the ink. Okay, so you get these elements, and you find your passage, and you've got a beautiful, small, excellent thing.
How'd you find out about this? Where'd you get?
I took a class up in New England.
In New England on how to make collograph?
On collograph. Yeah, and this is a certain kind of plaster. I have careful notes about all of this. And these elements are put together, and then they are finished, they are sealed with a watercolor varnish.
Oh.
So the plate...
So those are all raised?
The plate can be cleaned up and last for years.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
you mileage out of
do you have to wet your paper when you put it on there, or do you put it on there dry?
If everything is wet, if this stuff is wet, you don't have to wet your paper. I do wet my paper.
So do you wet it and blot it, like you would on an etching?
I soak it, and then blot it, and then print.
And blot it. And then you print it on your printer? Or
so it's damp through and through. And then selecting these sheen collé elements, too, are really, can be really important. So this is really a gem right in here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Check that out. And this is some gardening book. And then this element here is something, this is a block I own. And I had printed that, on something else. I think this is sheen collé. Yes, this is sheen collé. See, this is a separate piece of paper. So I printed that on there thinking I would use it in collage one day. And it is, you know, so it's sheen collé. It's a sheen collé element. Sheen collé. This is